5 things you should never do when you're angry.
Do not say much when you're angry. Also mind who you talk to when you're angry and what you tell them. One thing that has helped me to control my anger is controlling what I say when I get angry, because honestly the brain is disorganized, and the best time to hear, in fact when I learned this trick, when I learned to control what I say when I'm angry, it taught me something amazing. It taught me to pay attention to people when they're angry, because when someone is angry, I forgot the scripture honestly, but the scripture is about the mouth speaks the fullness of the heart. I will link the scripture in the description, but pay attention. If you want to know what people think about you, if you want to know the secrets people have kept for a long time, pay attention when someone is angry and listen. People will tell you exactly how they feel about you, exactly what they've always been hiding from you. Pay attention. I didn't plan to say this story, but I'm going to say it. One time I went to visit my friend who I thought was my best friend, and when she gave me food to eat, I honestly could not eat that food. And then I told her, you know what, I don't feel like eating this food. I just lost appetite for no reason. I don't understand. She also gave me juice, and I didn't feel like eating that stuff and drinking the juice, yet I was hungry and I always ate her food. And when I said that, she and her fiancé, they started talking to me in a very rude and mean way. They talked a lot. It's like I was not present, yet I was present. But they were talking things you would talk about someone in their absence. They talked a lot. One of the highlights of the moments that they said is that, do you think we can poison you? Or do you think we can do witchcraft on you? Those words are still ringing in my head. And I'm like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They talked a lot. They almost talked for like 1 hour, and I was looking and I'm like, oh my God. My eyes were popping open, my jaw dropping. So mind what you say when you're angry. Just control yourself. That is the first thing. And then the second thing's anger management. 5 things you should never do when you're angry. The second one is that never make decisions when you're angry, when you're mad. Because when you are mad, your brain is disorganized. And every time, personally, when I make decisions when I'm mad, I always make the wrong ones. I always regret them. And it's so tempting to make decisions when you're mad. It is too tempting, but don't do it. Do it later. Make your decisions later. The third thing you should never do when you're angry, when you're mad, is do not blame yourself and be polite to yourself. You know self-talk? Those times when you are talking to yourself. Have you ever paid attention to that? When I was in high school, I think I was too young to do self-talk. But there was one of the kids, she used to do self-talk, and everyone would talk behind her back. Oh, she must be stressed. Why is she talking to herself? It looked strange. But when I grew up, I realized that I talk to myself. I've also seen people talk to themselves. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But when you're angry, mind what you're telling yourself. Don't be rude to yourself. Pay attention to your self-talk and don't blame yourself. Even if it's your fault, be gentle with yourself. Be polite. Whatever you're telling yourself. I know some people tell themselves, oh, stupid me. Oh, silly me. How could you do that? Every time I catch myself, I think I talked about this when I made the video about self-love. Every time I'm talking to myself and I'm rude to myself, I just catch myself saying that, and I'm like, no, I'm not stupid. No, I'm not bad. And I tell myself something polite, something uplifting, and it helps me to feel better. So when you are angry, mind what you're telling yourself. Be polite and gentle with yourself. And then the fourth thing that you should never do when you're angry, do not let that incident, whatever happened, don't let it make you hate someone and make you, like, whatever just happened, don't let it like break relations with other people, because no one is perfect, honestly. Because I know I've seen people that have made me angry, and in the heat of the moment I'm like, these people are bad. No, don't let whatever that incident, don't let it make you hate someone, because no one is perfect. I know you also know yourself. You've done things that are not so amazing, that are not so like praiseworthy. So let me, when people make me angry, I recognize they're not perfect, and I recognize they're meant to do things that are going to annoy me, which is fine, whether it's a kid or an adult or a shop attendant. I just give them that break, that yeah, you're not perfect and it's all right, and I let them be. And then the fifth thing to never do when you're angry is, do not make promises like, I will never talk to them again, I will never do this, I will never go back there. No, don't do that. It's wrong. It is, you remember, you're doing it in the heat of the moment, and words become life. Whatever you're speaking out, you're creating those things, you're manifesting those things. Don't say, I will never do this. You mean it. You may think it's just you being angry, but you mean it. So don't make promises when you're angry. Those are the 5 things that are honestly helping me that helped me with anger management. I remember I used to be someone that used to be angry and short-tempered, but now I call myself cool, calm, and collected. It's not that I don't get angry. I get angry, but I'm using these steps that I just mentioned, these 5 things, to help me manage my anger, and life is so much better. Alright, if you found this video helpful, I think you will also enjoy the video where I talked about self-love. I'll see you in that video. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.